Former 80s boy band star Nathan Moore and music industry maestro Olivier Bazardi want to pull off one of the greatest stunts in the history of pop, passing off 3 former male stars as a brand new girl band.
Go on then.
They found their talent.
Good lad.
Shake on it. You better make me look like a good-looking girl now.
Moved them into a house and have begun the, let's just say, challenging task of transforming them into women.
This is ridiculous. It's like some sort of freak show.
But now the clock is ticking, because in just 3 weeks' time, Martin, Russ and Austin have to convince an audience of thousands that they're actually a girl band. Our would-be girl bands have been ordered to follow a rigorous daily exercise, diet and feminization program.
They're just bulging, absolutely bulging. No wonder women have good calf muscles, because my legs are absolutely killing me.
To pull this off, they must practice being women morning, noon and night.
I reckon that I will pull it off. I think I will look like a girl.
What can you say?
I am slightly worried that the other two aren't going to look like women because of their body shapes.
You're loving this.
The only thing that I can, at the moment, I can sort of see that would sort of look okay me wearing is like a big coat to sort of basically cover most of me up. It does seem like a bit of an impossible mountain to climb at the moment.
5.
The boys' managers have appointed a crack team of music industry experts to help whip their girl band into shape. Choreographer Lucy Pinehurst will work on their movement.
It's a massive, massive task. You can't just ask a bunch of geezers to come in and move around like a woman. You've got to actually make them walk like a woman and make them, you know, sit and stand and move. I suppose to think in some kind of headspace that could be related to what a woman thinks.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Martin, I think he's tapping into a lifelong dream. And it's actually quite lovely to behold, you know, fabulous for our purposes. I'll have to curtail that need to spin around needlessly. I think it's not always appropriate. Austin, he's my worry. He's weight training, for crying out loud. He wants to be boy, you know.
I'm not a natural dancer, and I never have been.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
What I've got to do is convince Russ not to hold on to this, I'm not a natural dancer. He's doing that to let himself off the hook, and it won't work. Because ultimately he's got to sell this whole thing as much as the other two.
While the boys sweated out on the dance floor, managers Nathan and Olivier have been searching long and hard for the song with which to launch their girl band. They've been through hundreds of girly classics, and the one they've chosen is Wishing by 80s electro band Flock of Seagulls.
Melodically, it's very, very linear. There are no bends, there's no vibrato parts. It's a linear song that a guy from a boy band pretending to be a girl would very possibly get away with.
So the managers have their song. Now all that's needed is for their lads to learn to sing it like girls.
I love you.
Okay, keep it nice and simple.
I love you. I love you.
Vocal coach Larry and van der Stolk has been desperately trying to debooch the boys' voices for the past week.
They've got to completely convince people that they are actually women. So it's just generally getting them to produce that sound of like that, but like a female would. A massive challenge, and hope they can crack it, but who knows?
Good lads. So good girl. Not yet.
Tomorrow we're off to start recording. A little bit nervous because at the moment I'm not sounding anything like female. My baby's singing.
Not bad, different tune, but very nice. How about?
We're not 100% prepared.
Yeah!
Okay.
Quite nervous about that. Trying to get the whole like girl pitching thing.
Yeah! I lost it a bit at the end, so I kind of went off on one of my own.
That's good, that's good.
I lost the note. It's going to be hard for us, so you know we're going to have to really pull it out of nowhere.
The time, 8 a.m. The place, a recording studio deep in the heart of Surrey.
Come on, meet the lads.
Scene of what promises to be one of the most bizarre experiments in pop music history.
Okay, let's just drop in for that last line, shall we? And then we'll do a whole nother track.
Award-winning producers Ray Hedges and Nigel Butler have made hit records with Cher, Take That and Westlife. But today they face the biggest and oddest challenge of their careers, recording 3 blokes as a girl band.
Nigel,
Nice to meet you.
just to fill you boys in, Ray and I have had a number of conversations talking about keys, talking about approaches, talking about just giving it an old song a contemporary flavour.
We really want to do something that's great, record that can stand up in the charts, but having this sort of constraint of actually you have to change gender, I mean, it's going to be bloody hard.
So we're going to work it quite hard today, most probably. Cool. Trying to get it to sound as feminine as possible.
Working our nuts off is the thing we've got to do, really, isn't it?
You're going to lose them, basically. Yeah.
I'm getting very excited now. I just hope that they don't start crumbling when it comes to doing the vocals.
It's not the way you have your hair, it's not that certain style. It could be with you. I wouldn't spend my life just wishing. Life just wishing.
Yeah, I bet you're just wishing you give them more time to practice, eh, Olivier? What do you reckon, Ray?
I feel a bit sorry for them, actually, because it's like climbing a mountain. It's really, really hard.
Okay, now close your eyes. Does this actually sound like a girl? I'm wishing, I'm wishing, I'm wishing, I'm wishing.
Oh, a bit of words, isn't it?
Yeah, as you can hear, it still sounds quite masculine.
I'm wishing, I'm wishing, Next up, Russ. He looks the least like a woman, but can he possibly sing like one?
It's not the way you have your hair, it's not that certain style. If I could be with you, if I had a photograph of you, just something to remind me.
Well, actually, that's not a bad vocal, really. I mean, he's done quite a good job.
Well done, big girl. You found your strength at last.
It was a little bit daunting. You know, you think, right, I've got to get everything right, but obviously you've got the extra thing of having to worry about sounding like a woman.
Austin has the most powerful voice, but can he convince the music band public that he's a lady?
It's not the things that you say, it's not the things that you do, but there must be something more.
He sounds like a girl. He is the lead singer.
I wouldn't spend my life wishing over you now, baby.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah.
I've got a headache because those high notes are like...
You've got a headache.
Ray and Nigel normally take up to 3 days to record a single. However, with a video shoot and live show just around the corner, Olivier's insisting that they crack it in just one.
Yeah, come on.
If I had you, I'm wishing.
Anything we could do instrumentally to kind of just open up that middle-eight section? It's just a bit too clubby.
I'm wishing.
Yeah.
Just one orgasmic moment. More than that. Go ape shit. I think what we're doing now is load everything into the computer and comp it so we see what we've got.
I hope this won't happen. Gets it all down on the computer. It's all done. We come in tomorrow and listen, and then we all just like sit back and close our eyes and go, "They sound like blokes."
Coming up, the lads find out whether they pulled off a musical miracle, and then it's back to the grindstone.
Oh, I can't be arsed to put on my fucking tits today.
As they face their first public outing as girls.
I need to use the ladies.
These three lads aim to pull off one of the most bizarre